Ken Jones, Director of Circular Software.
Hi, I'm Kieran Hood, and I'm the Design and Development Manager for Children's Trade at Bonnier Publishing.
I'm Kirsty Waters. I'm the Publishing Manager for Children's Trade at Bonnier Books UK.
And I'm Helen Wicks, and I am the Executive Director for Children's Trade at Bonnier Books UK.
And it's been a real sort of treat to get the MasterPlan product that we have implemented as a full-blown sort of solution. So having something that is a product that can allow people to see the insides of your beautiful books, and to then allow you to share them in a secure way to anyone that you choose who should see inside them.
Well, our objective was obviously to replace all physical materials at Bonnier Books UK with some sort of automatically updated digital files and videos that could be displayed. Ideally, we wanted something that provided us with searchable content and something, a package from which customers could review the inside of our books. I think what we were really looking for was something that could improve the sales experience for us and to deliver a competitive advantage in the form of an advanced sales material experience in the age of COVID. And all I can say is that it has been an enormous success for us and extremely popular within the business.
What did you think, Kieran, when you first saw MasterPlan?
Yeah, so I've been working with Ken for a little while now. We've started using Greenlight, and he kind of gave me a sneak peek of MasterPlan, and immediately saw how, as someone who was having to prepare so much sales material, how it could kind of change the way we approach it. And I think that, much like Greenlight, the key to the software is that it's made for publishing rather than just a kind of way to view stuff online. And so it's been tailored to our books, and it fits our workflow and addresses kind of problems that we encounter with getting people to see stuff properly and in a way that works with us rather than kind of against us.
The integration has been seamless, and that was one of the facets of Bookshelf that was so appealing to us, that it was part of a process we already performed. And we know as well that this has sped up the accurate exchange of sales material. So we always know that what we're presenting to our customers is the latest set of files.
Yeah, the last thing anyone needs is to kind of like jump through hoops and waste time getting software to work correctly. So it's really simple to use, and it kind of just sits alongside InDesign. It's a really light bit of software that, whilst you're doing your InDesign work, it's kind of literally 2 clicks to upload your work. In fact, when I show designers how to use it, they're surprised at how easy it is.
And Kirsty, you're, as I understand it, you're more in touch with the requirements of the sales team from a production point of view. So how did it go when you first of all showed it to the sales teams?
We had been expecting some reluctance, as there always is when there's some big change that's brought into existing procedures, but the sales team were already crying out for something that they could use to make the whole process easier for them. So when they first saw Bookshelf, and right up until today, we have had nothing but positive feedback from them. They've been really impressed with the speed of it. They've been really impressed with how they can count on it having the most up-to-date files and the most up-to-date information. And one of the other things that they've absolutely loved about it is how we can display and show off our novelty titles. One thing that has been really important to us has been the ability to adapt the site to work to the needs of the sales team. So we've been working very closely with you, obviously, looking at how we control the sharing of it. So it can be really easy, and we can just send a URL link to someone and they can open it up and automatically see the book that we want them to see, which is just absolutely fantastic. But we can also create customized logins for customers, so we can lock down what we want them to see and make a point of showing them specific titles as well. And that has been an absolute godsend for us. And also looking at how we can build on the site going forwards to keep adapting to the sales needs. So looking at new processes that we can bring into place, that they can download PDFs, so they can create collections that they can share with their customers, and looking at how they can provide search terms within the site as well, so looking through titles, looking for particular books on particular subjects. All of these things are just opening up a whole new way of selling to customers in a much more streamlined and professional looking way than just sharing PDFs off of the server.
So as well as having like the finished final product on show, it's also something that we can use as a tool whilst we're working on a work in progress, whilst it's still being created. So is that's something that you've been working with other designers on, Kieran?
Yeah, this is kind of the fringe benefit that I love the most, because it's not all about sales and customers. For someone who manages a team of designers, I can quickly look at the books with them, and rather than having to like wait for InDesign to load, for images to be linked, for fonts to activate, and do screen shares, we can just both go to a URL very quickly and instantly see the book in good quality. We can search for it, we can go through it, and it makes any collaborative design process much quicker, less stumbling blocks, and we get much better feedback.
I think we've been really surprised at how valuable the package is in enhancing not only the sales experience, but our marketing experience as well. We've been outputting material that we can share on social media. It's made collating lists of themed books much easier. And generally speaking, there's not an area of the business that hasn't benefited in some way for having access to the backlist and to our files in progress in some way. I think we see MasterPlan as being a much more modern approach to how we present books to our partners and customers. But beyond any of that, there are obviously environmental benefits. It's obviously contributing widely to a company-wide reduction in carbon emissions, and this has been one of our key objectives as a business moving forwards. It's been a huge benefit to us that we no longer have to print thousands of blads and send them out worldwide in order to share our titles. Generally, this just feels like a much easier, more environmentally friendly and time-efficient way to sell.
We used to dread the run-up to book fairs, in particular for the unholy amount of work of having to do our books at different formats, specs, and the man-hours involved were pretty huge. And the maddening thing was that once the book fair came along, you'd done loads more great work that no one can then see.
I would genuinely say as well that it is beginning to speed up our selling cycle, because we're saving, I think Kirsty looked at our efficiency by the hour in the run-up towards the book fair, and we're making something ridiculous like a 97% saving in our time. And the time not spent prepping the blads can now be spent making more books, allowing our creative teams to actually do what they're employed to do, which is to design and create.
Also helping our production department as well, without the need to be printing and creating blads or hundreds and hundreds of dummies to show off our product. Production are being freed up to spend more time looking at, economic formats, screen printing, all the things that the company is trying to work more on. It's giving them time to focus down on that as well.
What I really like is that rather than typically just showing the cover and then maybe 3 of the spreads or something, what we've got is if you've got a 400-page book with 200 beautiful spreads in there, you've immediately got 200 things that you could share on social media, and you can do it bit by bit. You don't have to share everything. You can share exactly the parts that you want to the people that you want, and it just means that you can see inside the beautiful books that you're creating.
It takes care of our front list and can be as up-to-date as we want it to be for showing roughs and work in progress, but we can also do our backlist either from InDesign, or just if we don't have the open files to hand, we can just grab our print PDFs and upload our backlist that way.
I'd really like to thank you and say that I think we've all worked fantastically as a team. The speed of the introduction of the system to our business has been proof of this. We had it up and running in weeks, and the implementation has been faultless from start to finish. No one believed that we would achieve what we achieved in the time that we had prior to the book fair, but we did, and the implementation was faultless from start to finish.
Well, thank you very much for your kind words, and it's not going to stop here. But, we've got more plans for what we can do with audiobooks and reflowable books, and also for covers, some exciting things so we can see the special finishes and see the back cover as well as the front cover and things like that. So it's going from strength to strength, I hope, and I'm looking forward to continue working with you all, and thank you very much.